Good afternoon or morning, depending on where you are at in the world. I'm back, and we're going to be covering a little bit, not a lot, um, but we're going to talk about the Senate. Uh, as you can tell by the title, senators upset, senators bought, and senators need replaced. They're a bunch of whiny, backstabbing sellouts that most of them are, and I'm going to go into that in a little bit. But yeah, so let's go in and see who we got watching so far. It looks like we've got Cheshire's Insight, Terry Levrault, Joe Carol Dodds. She was the first one in today. Kudos. In the wake of Trillium so far. That's who's in the chat. We've got Gina H., Vicky Sarles, Amy Niana. Yeah, we've got a few in here so far. I'm gonna wait for some other folks to get in here, and Sandy Vargas, welcome. Tammy C, Giggs, Angel Rose, Lisa Edmonds. Make sure I haven't missed anybody yet. Doesn't appear that I have. So there is, and then plus we have the secret ballot. I think it's today that's going on. So William Sire or Tyre Parkside, good to see you. So we're gonna explore a little bit in what I think is going on in the Senate. Now, I may not be correct. I may be correct, but I don't know. Uh, but we're going to dive into that a little bit. Annette Graff, Chicken Grandma, good to see you. Bear with me, folks. I'm pulling up the app on my phone so that way I can mod people as they come in if they are not modded. Uh, because I do that. I like everybody to be on an equal playing field, if you will. Seawolf, good to see you. All right, now that I'm in here, Lisa, there you go. And Terry, there you go. So there's really just a lot that people I don't know if they're not putting the pieces together or they're not researching for themselves or what, but it's one of those things that everybody has to see what's going on and know what's going on before they can attempt to change anything. So I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna share this on X, and if you're coming in on X, please share it out. Share it out. Share it out on True Social. I did that already yesterday, but still. Jody Terry, good to see you. Marla B. I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes and then we'll get it rolling here. So it's one of those things. I think everybody should have the access to the same information as everybody else. So let's it would help because I'm going to share this on True Social real quick. Bear with me. I have not had a lot of time this morning. I've been measuring cabinets, and we got a new refrigerator in today. So I've been trying to find a cabinet that will fit the refrigerator. So it's it's been a day. It's been a day because this refrigerator is about 2 inches taller than our other refrigerator was or is. It still works. We just upgraded is all we did. So, and then I was on the phone with plumbers because I thought that we had a water line ran to our refrigerator, and there is not. And seeing that we have copper piping, I'm not messing with it. Gig says, hey, Slow, I was thinking about those FEMA places setting those 350 trucks set up at those military bases. Think that they are for immigrants, and I think they're going to get picked up in 3 months. That is entirely possible. I'm not saying it's not. It's but there could be other nefarious means for those too. And we got to look at everything through different lenses. I'll put it that way. So now that we got a few more people in here, like I said, today's going to be a day where hey, what the hell are these people doing talking about the senators? So let's go ahead and go into it. I'm going to start off with a video. It's an interview from Tucker Carlson. It was Thomas Massie from June. And this thing was so heavily censored. I tried to post it on X, and it took me forever to load it. And then when it finally got almost there, it said it wouldn't load. 3 times. Did it 3 different times. And then also I tried to upload it to the TikTok, and after a while it finally let me load it. And then it wouldn't even let me upload it to True Social. So oh yeah. So let's go ahead and go into it. All right, here we go. Let's start this.
Let's look and see if you're getting any money from that foreign country. Are you a dual citizen with that foreign country? Are you being directed by, for instance, is Netanyahu speaking to your group, advising you on your next move? Are you getting money from the military industrial complex? Because to understand AIPAC, I think it's easiest to model them as a military industrial lobby. Their biggest thing is they want more equipment, more military equipment from the United States going to Israel. In fact, when they used to be allowed in my office, the argument they would make is, oh, we're just stimulating the U.S. military industrial complex because every single penny of the $3.8 billion that they nominally get, now they're getting way more than that, but that Israel nominally gets goes to U.S. military contractors. Now, that didn't make me warm and fuzzy, okay? But that is their argument. And if you notice what they advocate for, I think sometimes they advocate for things that even Israelis wouldn't advocate for.
I believe that.
Like they would, I think, be okay with a war with Iran, like an all-out, apocalyptic war with Iran. Whereas there are people in Israel say, "Whoa, hold on a second, we'd rather not have a war with Iran." But AIPAC does things that lead us in that direction, and so they're kind of like what the NRA is to gun owners, AIPAC is to Israel, or what the Farm Bureau is to farmers, AIPAC is to Israel. In other words,
represents a faction.
Right. They represent a faction, but usually a corporate faction that, and they're using the imprimatur of grassroots that they've diluted or confused into bullying congressmen. And the NRA does that, and Farm Bureau does that. I'm picking on some, other right-wing groups here.
Well, for sure. And by the way, I think there are probably a lot of things that AIPAC is for that I'm for, and Farm Bureau, NRA, same thing. But
right.
The idea of a foreign government playing in our political campaigns openly
in that they're showing you they're doing it, but opaquely in that you can't track it because they're not registered.
Is there any other Republican who has your views on this?
Well, I have Republicans who come to me on the floor and say, I wish I could vote with you today. Yours is the right vote, but I would just take too much flack back home. And I have Republicans who come to me and say, that's wrong what AIPAC is doing to you. Let me talk to my AIPAC person. By the way, everybody but me has an AIPAC person.
What does that mean, an AIPAC person?
It's like your babysitter, your AIPAC babysitter, who is always talking to you for AIPAC. They're probably a constituent in your district, but they are, firmly embedded in AIPAC. And
every member has something like this?
I don't know how it works on the Democrat side, but that's how it works on the Republican side. And when they come to DC, you go have lunch with them, and they've got your cell number, and you have conversations with them. So I've had
that's absolutely crazy.
I've had 4 members of Congress say, "I'll talk to my AIPAC person." And it's literally what we call them, my AIPAC guy. I'll talk to my AIPAC guy and see if I can get him to, dial those ads back.
Why have I never heard this before?
It doesn't benefit anybody. Why would they want to tell their constituents that they've basically got a buddy system with somebody who's representing a foreign country? It doesn't benefit the congressman for people to know that, so they're not going to tell you that.
Have you seen any other country do anything like this? Like
no.
Russia obviously determines the outcome of our elections. We keep hearing that. Does anyone have a Putin guy that they talk to?
Not only do they not have a Putin guy, look, they don't have a Britain guy. They don't have an Australian guy. They don't have a Germany dude. Like, it's the only country that does this, that has somebody that uniformly. I guarantee there's some spreadsheet at AIPAC where the AIPAC dude who's matched up with the congressman is there, and then all the congressman's votes on the issue. Oh, has the congressman been to Israel? They pay for trips for congressmen and their spouses to go to Israel. I'm not the only Republican who hasn't taken the AIPAC trip to Israel, but I'm probably one of a dozen that hasn't taken that trip, and the other ones just haven't got around to it.
I don't know if everybody has seen that as far as that went, but there is a lot, just a lot to unpack from that interview. So what does everybody think about what Mr. Massie had to say? Is that alarming to some people? Because I'm going to show you some people that are involved right now that are getting ready to vote for the next majority leader in the Senate. And the ones that are getting ready to vote, a lot of them have taken money from AIPAC. And I'll prove it. So let me go in here real quick. So it's just a matter of people having all the truth. And if they don't have all of the truth, they cannot make an informed decision. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Because we cannot allow this to stand. Am I on X right now? Anybody? Because what the hell is going on here? It shows I am. So it makes me wonder who all has taken money. And Hawk touched on this not long ago, actually. When he was talking about Byron Donalds taking money from AIPAC. And then Ted Cruz, he's another one. Hundreds of thousands of dollars from AIPAC, hundreds of thousands. So we're going to go in here and we're going to look here at the different ones. Because we can't have this. We can't. And I'm going to bring it up here. As soon as I do this. All right, so let me go ahead and get out of there. Yeah, you're right. There is no accountability for these hidden deals. There isn't. And they're not, as far as I know, they're not even registered agents. So think about that right now. Why aren't they making them register as foreign agents? Why? And you're right. AIPAC is run by a foreign country that gives money to our Congress and senators to vote against the American people. Not necessarily vote against the American people 100% of the time, but the Republican or the senators and representatives are paid to follow the AIPAC plan. I want you to think about that for a minute. Think about what Thomas Massie said. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So let me pull this up here. All right, so I just pulled up AIPAC right here. AIPAC. That's all I have up here right now is AIPAC. All right, so let's look at the recipients. So we've got Amelia Sykes. I think that's Liz Turner, maybe. French Hill for Arkansas. Mary Patola, Cartwright, Womack, Aderholt, in which we're going to go through in a little bit, and we'll identify all of them. And that's just a few. So this is kind of a cause for concern. Well, for me, it is, at least, and I've seen a couple of comments where, it is for you too. Let's see. Mike Kelly, Crawford, another Aderholt, French Hill for Arkansas. So we're all waiting on that to load. Yes, Carly did lose her bid for Senate, but I think you're right, Awakened Trillium. I think he may put her in an election integrity spot, and that would be the best revenge for her to get, which would be to oversee election integrity and go after all those asshats all over the country that cheated, particularly Arizona. Oh, come on. And this is just this year, by the way. So let's see here. Angie Craig, Michelle Steele, Rosa DeLauro, whoever Maggie is, Maggie for Congress. Man, this is taking forever to load. Forever. Brownlee, Jeff Crank, Mike Garcia, Valadao, or Valadeo, however you want to say his name, Emmer. But wait a minute, didn't Emmer resign? Oh, look who we have here. Josh Hawley, one of the ones that's voting against, well, in the one that was leaked from the whip, and I'll show you here in a minute. So I just want you to think about that for a minute. Good Lord. Look at all these. Look. Holy crap. Man, what the hell is going on here? This is acting absolutely crazy. Probably because the computer's hot. Forgot to open the door. And it probably does. I bet you if we had, somebody from Canada that would look up their campaign contributions, I'll bet you would see it too, up in Canada. So let's see here. There we go. All right. All right. And then there's senators that are saying they're feeling bullied by their constituents also. Well, you wouldn't feel bullied if you were actually doing what the people wanted you to do in the first place. So I just want you to think about that for a minute. They're not used to the people standing up to them being like, hey, you better do what we're told, or else. You know, the people are starting to provide accountability to the um, the politicians. And now the politicians are once again starting to become afraid of their constituents. So that's always a good thing. So let's see here. Okay, so here's the list. Here is the list. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. All right, so we have, and here's where the race stands now, and it's between Cornyn, Scott, and Thune. And if somebody has an updated thing, let me know. But I know that somebody was calling for Cornyn. I think it was Anna Paulina Luna had called on Cornyn to drop out, but I don't know that he has yet. So we have Cornyn, Scott, and Thune. Those are the three runners for the Senate majority. So Jim Banks, you know, the one that Donald Trump endorsed, voting for Thune. Same with Barrasso, Blackburn. It might be easier just to name these guys off and who they're voting for. So Scott is who everybody is wanting, right? Rick Scott. So Banks, Barrasso, Blackburn, Boozman, Britt, Bud, Capito, Cassidy, Collins, Cornyn, Cotton, Kramer, Crapo, Cruz, Curtis, Daines, Ernst, Fisher, Graham, Grassley, Hawley, Hoven, Hyde Smith, Justice, Kennedy, Lankford, and I think Kennedy may have changed his vote to Scott. Lankford, Loomis, McConnell, McCormick, Moran, Mullen, Murkowski, Ricketts, Risch, Rounds, Scott from South Carolina, Sheehy, Sullivan, Tillis, Thune. See, Thune didn't even vote for himself. He voted for Cornyn. What kind of shit is that? Wicker and Young. All of those are voting for other people beside the other two candidates, in which Thune voted for Cornyn. Well, what kind of crap is that? I'm just saying. What link do you want me to share? So let's look at these. All right. And this is what I was going into here. So Todd Young, took money from AIPAC. Who else here? Oh, wait. Jim Banks took money from AIPAC and Thune. Ted Cruz, like I said, hundreds of thousands of dollars from AIPAC. And who's he voting for? Oh, yeah. Not Rick Scott. And Tim Scott. Oh, yeah. AIPAC. Imagine that. Crapo. AIPAC. Mark Wayne Mullen. AIPAC. John Thune. AIPAC. Huh. I'm noticing a trend here. I'm noticing a trend here. Is anybody else? I mean, I am. So let's go back to the AIPAC people, okay? Now I want you to remember also, AIPAC donates to members of both parties. Both parties. Okay? Both parties. Because AIPAC gave money to Hakeem Jeffries too. Oh, but they don't want that being known, do they? It is. It's exactly what it is. It's dark money. That's exactly what it is. They're not registered as foreign agents. So therefore, because they're not registered as foreign agents, that tells me that not only is a foreign country meddling with our elections because of the donations, but they're also trying to influence how we do our laws and stuff. We can't have that. If America is going to be truly independent, we cannot have any outside foreign interference with the lawmaking, with policy, or anything like that. This has to be all us as far as the laws go. All us. They have to represent we the people and not foreign interest or not corporate interest either. It has to be we the people. It has to be. Because otherwise the people are going to get the shaft every time. So let me go ahead and pull this up here. Again, sorry, I went off on a tangent, but my point stands. All right, so now let's go back here. Oh, I hear you. I think at least 95% of them are. At least, and I'm lowballing it. So let's see here. Muser, Boyle, Marie, whoever she is, Abe, and there's Mike Kelly, Stanton. Well, technically, the state is tied to the church. I'm talking about the Catholic Church because of the trifecta. So you have the trifecta of power. So you have the church on one side, then you have the elites on another, then you have DC at the bottom. So the DC is the military arm of both. Well, DC represents the military arm of both sides of the triangle. So that's the thing. We have been the world's police for too long, and that's another thing, and we've been the world's police for way too long. We cannot be the world's police. We can't. And that's how NATO and the UN has been treating us for so long. We can't do that anymore. We're not the world's police. I realize, and everybody else realizes, that other countries have problems, but we shouldn't be butting our frickin' nose into it. All right. All right. So now we've got, let me get back up here. Mark Green, Mark Harris. Oh, look. Steve Scalise. No, once again, I'm still in AIPAC. Okay. Steve Scalise. Siscomani. Oh, I mean, come on. You know what? Let me just go from large to small. Oh wait, who is? Can somebody tell me who that is? Can somebody tell me who this is right here that I've got my cursor around? Can somebody tell me who the hell that is? Oh wait, and there's Ted Cruz. Oh look, there's Steve Scalise. And there's Emmer again. And for him, resigning, why were they still sending him money as of September? Gonzalez, the Republican National Committee, Elise Stefanik, Lori Chavez de Reamer, Young Kim. Wow, a lot of money there, isn't there? Look at all these for Young Kim. Wow. Look at that. There was a whole page just for her. Well, 2 whole pages, excuse me. And then there's Elise Stefanik again. Kramer, Mast, Fitzpatrick. There's a lot of Fitzpatricks there. And look, there's still more Fitzpatrick. Another Elise Stefanik, Tony Gonzalez. Oh, look, another Josh Hawley. The amount of 39.3. And Josh Hawley was voting for who again? Oh, that's right. I think it was Thune. And the RNC. Another Mike Johnson. Wow. McCall. Now I'm going from greatest amount to lowest amount. Okay. There's another Fitzpatrick, another Scalise, another Johnson, another McCall, Lawler. Let's see here. Lawler. That's another one. There's a few for Lawler here too. Oh, look at all these Lawlers. Mark Green, Pasquarel. Oh, wait. Is that another Mike Johnson? Craig Goldman. Not Dan Goldman. Craig. Marsha Blackburn. Rick Scott. Wow. She did, Lisa. But I'm wondering if it wasn't more of an exposure kind of thing. Because you got to think. I think we're in exposure. And I went into this on one of my posts, And I talked about it with a buddy of mine when Mitch, the turtle, right, was gone for months because of a stroke. Who is to say that he called this vote knowing people were going to research all these people and find out what the hell? Remember, we were told in the Post 95% were corrupt. I'm just saying. Another Tony Gonzalez. Look, the same names appearing over and over again. Nicole for New York. And I think he does too. I really do. And it is very possible. Because remember, he didn't have to step down. Mitch didn't have to step down because the Republicans were going to be taking control again, and he's been the majority leader since I can remember, or the minority leader. So, yeah. Oh, look, there's more Lawlers. Holy crap. Oh, a lot of Lawlers. Deb Fisher. Oh, look, another Josh Hawley. National Republican, the NRSC. Oh, Ted Cruz. Oh, wow. Imagine that. Look at more Lawlers. Holy crap. Look at all those Lawlers. Another Marsha Blackburn I seen. Yeah, I'm tired of that dude too. John Curtis for Utah. Which, didn't he win his Senate bid or House bid? I maybe I'm confusing the two. Kristen Sinema? Wait a minute, isn't she a Democrat? I think let's look. Let's see if she's a Democrat. Let's see. I'm just pulling up Wikipedia because it's right here. Oh, wait. Independent. Other Democrat. Oh, wait. Would you look at that? Like I said, they've got their fingers in everything. And look at all those sentiments for Arizona. Look at that. All of them. Now, I'll bet we have more on the next page. Let's see. Oh, wait, we do. Another Rick Scott for Florida. Sometimes it's the devil you know, and that's what it's looking like. Bergman. Another Emmer. But wait. Emmer. He retired, didn't he? Yeah. More Lawler. Another Cruz. More Cinema. So let's see here. What? Oh, look at that. We got more Cinema for Arizona. Wow. Marsha Blackburn. He did. Well, he did and he didn't. He said that he hopes that they come to a decision soon. So I'm just saying. All right, you can hurry up and load anytime now. Man, I've already been on 45 minutes. Wow. Let me try to refresh the page. What page is this? That's the first one. Let's show 100. What the hey? I know, Vicky, I know at one time Ted Cruz did. I do remember that, and I remember him renouncing his dual citizenship also. But yes, some of them do have dual citizenship. As far as which ones, your guess is as good as mine. And this is just from this year. Now, if we go back, God knows how many people will be on there. And here, I'm going to put this in here just so you guys can see. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Look. Hakeem Jeffries. Wow. Yeah. Now let's see something else here. Oh, look, Pelosi. Now let's look at this. Nothing for Chuck Schumer for that one. So let me look at it again. Yep, it looks like they didn't donate to Schumer. Surprise, surprise. Wait, who's another one? Another mouthpiece. Hey, why don't y'all give me a name? Why don't y'all give me a name? I've given you a few. Why don't you guys give me some names? And we'll look it up here. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go get me another cup of coffee. All right, Justin Rose says Cornyn. All right, let's take a look, shall we? Let's see. Nope, no Cornyn for that one. So that was for Texans. Let me look here. Nope. Let's see. Cornyn Victory Committee. Nope. Cornyn Majority Committee. Nope. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Nothing for Cornyn. All right, who's somebody else? Oh, let's look at McCarthy, the former speaker. Oh man, this thing is going slow. Slow. Kevin McCarthy. So let's go here. Oh, look, yeah, Kevin McCarthy took money too. Okay, who else? Okay, so let's go to Ocasio-Cortez. Let's see. Nope, nothing for her either, which is surprising. Okay, Maxine Waters. Let's see. Uh, Yep, nothing for Maxine Waters. Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan. Let's see here. Yep, he took money too. As late as June of this year. Swalwell. Do it this way. Swalwell for Congress. Oh yeah, he took money too. As late as December 20th of last year. Let's see here. I can't look at this one, so we'll look at Kennedy here. Kennedy. Nope, no Kennedy. All right, so let's look at Omar. Nope. I didn't think she would, given that she's a freaking extremist. Anyway, she wouldn't take Israeli money. Bill Cassidy. All right, so yeah, let's look it up here. Cassidy. Nothing for Senate, so there's another one here. Well, it would help if I spelled the name right here. Bill Cassidy for Congress. Nothing as far as that's concerned. Yep, there's nothing for Cassidy. So let me see. Here, see, nothing. Nothing. All right. Lisa Scott, it was good to have you in here. So, anybody else? It won't let me look up state, I don't think, in this one. Because this is federal. The federal election, whatever. That's something you'd have to look up through like Ballotopedia or something like that. Yeah, I can look up Rubio. Marco Rubio. Yep, nothing. That was for president. Let me look up here. Rubio for Senate. Oh, it would help if I push the right button here. Nothing there. Let me look at the Victory Fund. Nope. Nothing there either. Yeah, I'll look at Vance. Might as well. Nope. Nothing for Vance. Hey, Sparky's Run. Malvita. Paul Williamson. So it's just astounding. Out of everybody we've looked at so far, there's only been, what, a handful that hasn't taken money from AIPAC. So somebody wanted Mansion, so let's look at Mansion for West Virginia. Oh, yeah. Yep. Mansion took money from AIPAC, too. All right, and somebody was wanting me to look up Trump, so I will do that. Let's see here. Nothing. Nothing. And somebody was saying, Miss Taylor said Steve Daines. Oh, crap. I didn't even see a committee for him. Is he a state or was he? There we go. Steve Daines from Montana. There we go. Nope, nothing for Steve Daines. And somebody wanted Tate Reeves. So let's do Reeves. Now I'm doing this in real time, so everybody can see this. Okay, in real time. Nothing. Nothing for Reeves. Matt Gates. So let's look at Gates. All right, Matt Gates, friends of Matt Gates. Nothing so far. So let me look at this again here because there's several different. Dang it. Would help if I spelled the name right. There we go. Let's see. Team Gates. Let's see. Nope. Nothing for Matt Gates either. I think I've seen Collins on that list, Diamond. So Collins for senator. Nope. Nothing for that one either. So there's one more I needed to look at. Maine Senate Republican Nominee Fund. Oh, now it has to think. There you go. Nothing for Collins. So all right, so I'm going to do four more. So let's go with Green first. Nope, nothing for Green. Let me do one more here. Green. Nope, she only has one thing that I've seen. So, yep, nope. And let's see here. So Tillis was another one. Hey, Lisa Anderson, how's it going? He's thinking. Of course. It probably don't like we're looking up all these people, but I don't care. Nothing for Tom Tillis, but Tom Tillis, he's I'm not a big fan. I think he gets money from elsewhere that he don't want anybody to know about. And Capito, we looked at Jim Jordan, and Jim Jordan did take AIPAC money. Let's see here. And it was Capito. That's it. Let's go to Capito. Shelley Moore Capito, is that it? I think so. Yep, nothing for her. Capito for West Virginia, nope, nothing for her either. Nothing for Capito either. And Andy Biggs. Let's go with Biggs. Let me do this. Biggs for Congress. Yep, Andy Biggs took it. So, yep, there we go. All right, so there's some other things that I wanted to go into. If I can get it to pull up now. Go to my bookmarks. I can't look up state. That's something you'll have to look up through. I think it's Ballotopedia, maybe. What if I went into the right bookmark? So last thing I wanted to go over. Donald Trump made a statement on the 10th, 2 days ago. And I want to read that to you for those of you that have not seen it yet. It says, any Republican senator seeking the coveted leadership position in the United States Senate must agree to recess appointments in the Senate, without which we will not be able to get people confirmed in a timely manner. Sometimes the votes can take 2 years or more. This is what they did 4 years ago, and we cannot let it happen again. We need positions filled immediately. Additionally, no judges should be approved during this period of time because the Democrats are looking to ram through their judges as Republicans fight over leadership. This is not acceptable. Thank you. Now, that being said, okay, think about this, just for a second. They will try to pull some shit. All right, they will try to pull some shit. So there's something that I wanted to go over this real quick. This video has been out forever. It was put out by Jack Straw, and I said, holy crap, I just seen the leg irons. When it's slowed down and enlarged, you can't miss it once you hear it. Once you hear it, you can see it hit the ground on her right foot. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now, did you hear that clink, clink? Now listen, real close. Real close. And something fell out of her pant leg right there, and you could see the leg iron. Let me go back here. All right, so you see that right there is where the leg iron is. All right, so did you see that? Please tell me you guys seen that. I can't be the only one here. uh, but yeah. It's one of those things. Yeah, see, saw it. Yeah, that video, it's been floating around for a couple of years, but whoever slowed that down with the audio and also blew it up, you can see it and you can hear it. So, oh yeah, it's definitely getting interesting, to say the very least. So, oh man, dinner smells really good. For those of you that follow me on X, I posted what I'm making for dinner. I'm making beef and noodles, and it's in the slow cooker, and it is the beef roast. And on the beef roast, I put in some diced carrots and celery salt, garlic powder, black pepper, and I put in beef stock, well, beef broth, for it to cook in for the next 7.5 hours. You're trying. Do I need to go back to that video, Craig, so that way you can see it and hear it? Does she? Because I didn't see it. I didn't see it come up. Now it could be. Then again, I was only looking at 23, 24. So the donations could be there, but like I said, I was looking at 23, 24 only. Let me go back. Now you got me curious about AIPAC and Marjorie Taylor Greene. So let me look. That's the biggest I could make it. So let's see here. Let me go back here. And that's true. Even if the name's on the list, doesn't mean they didn't take any. Yeah, and you're 100% right, because it could have been cash, and they could have done it through a shell corporation or something like that. So, no, I get it. But we also seen that the NRSC and the RNC took money from them also. So, I'm just saying. All right, let's see here. Now I'm curious. I'm real curious. All right, so let's go here. I'm just waiting for it to load here. Give me a second before it comes up on the screen. But Awakened, I did repost that on my X feed, so you'll be able to see it. Oh, good Lord, why isn't this coming up? What the hell's going on here? I think the FEC went down. That's absolutely crazy. Let me try to pull it back up again. Craig. It could be. You're right. Especially at the rate that they have those dinners instead, those banquets. What is it, $5,000 a plate or some shit? Ridiculous. Let me try this again here. I'll search for it this time. So let's see here. All right, here we go. Candidate overview. I think the FEC might be down, guys. I just tried to go at it a different way. And it's not letting me in. Okay, so let me go through open secrets. Let's see here. Contributor House Freedom Fund, JZK Inc., Wailana Chemical, Majority Committee PAC, Indec Energy Services. So let's see here. And for 23, 24. So yeah. Oh yeah, I agree. $5,000 is a bit much. I was seeing some dinners that were $100,000 a plate. So that is ridiculous. What? My name is on Messenger. If anyone wants to know, everyone around me is still not talking about all this. The off one out. Yeah. $5,000 chicken tender dinner. Yeah, either that or spaghetti, because both are cheap. Both are cheap. Imagine it being a $5,000 plate hot dog dinner, from like, Nathan's or something like that, where they get this big pack of hot dogs for what, $8? each one gets one, or each person gets one, and they're charging $5,000 a plate for that. Man, that's holy shit. That's ridiculous. The markup is insane. Or what's another one? Chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, chicken nuggets. You know, chicken nuggets are smaller. You ever wonder if they actually just pull up to the drive-thru at Wendy's or McDonald's or something? Yeah, can I get 10,000 nuggets, please? And then charge people an astronomical price for it. So, but for some reason, the FEC website is not pulling up. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and it still isn't pulling up. So, yes, breakfast can be served any time of day, I swear. Here, it seems like at least once a month, different places will have a pancake and sausage breakfast, or a pancake and bacon dip breakfast, or or a chicken and waffles breakfast. So I mean, yeah, holy crap! I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. But I think I am going to call it for the day. I've got a lot of stuff I got to get done. I got to get the refrigerator hole trimmed out by a quarter of an inch. I got to order a cabinet, and yeah. So with that being said, be safe, everybody. Do your own research. Don't take my word for it. And I'll see you maybe Thursday, depending on what I have going on. All right. Have a good one, folks.